Well, welcome back everybody. This is Brown LeGroux talking to you today about how to create hot products online. Now, why am I talking about this thing here? Imagine now that you have a business and that business has been hit by COVID and some revenue is down. Or you might be employed somewhere and you are actually thinking about reaching the world, helping people with your knowledge, with the things you know, your skill sets, your insights, and the likes. But you just don't know, like somehow, if this is the right time. Well, in my experience, right now, this is a great time to package up your information and make it available for people to access anywhere, anytime around the world. That is really exciting. Now, what I'm going to talk about today is again how to create hot products online. I firmly believe that if you have a gift wanting to help people, so your heart is in the right space, and you really want to reach out to people, products is the way to go. Now, obviously, you can obviously also offer services similar to what I do as a consultant, a coach, a trainer, and the likes. But you need to have products, and products make it so democratic for people to work with you at sometimes for a small token investment. So whether they live in a very affluent country such as Australia, USA, UK, and the likes, that's all great. People have free money or discretionary money left to spend. Equally, if people live in a low, let's say, a low social economical development country, and they might earn only five times less than what we do, or even less. It's good that you have products because people might still want to buy a book of yours or a DVD package or an online course of yours and all these sort of great things. So the question now is, how are you going to go about it? Well, I'm going to just get you to start it here in this 10-minute video. Might be a little bit longer, but definitely not longer than 15. And I'm going to give you some ideas on how you can start going about it. But here's the thing. Right now, one of the most growing industries altogether is the space of knowledge and education. If you look at Australia, for example, as one highly developed country, I think the second or the third biggest product that adds to the GDP in our country is education. And that won't go back. It will only increase over time, especially as more people that have been in very easy jobs that are easy to robotize, so to speak, or replace with technology, those people will have to kind of keep evolving because easy work can easily be replaced by computers, technology, robots, and the likes. And therefore, these people will need to kind of step up. And so that's where you can come in. You might, just like me, want to help more people around the world. And that is great. And you also want to make sure that you get paid well along the process so that it works for them and it works for you and your family. And that is great too. That is fair exchange. So what are the things you want to get started off with? Here's a few ideas. You first want to ask yourself, what can I package up? What can I package up? Imagine now that you are really good at training dogs, right? And every time when you go to dog parks or just regular parks and forests and the beach and this and that, you always get people to comment on you how well trained your dog is. Well, you could actually package up your knowledge and experience and create an online course that people can access anytime, anywhere. That would be a good way forward. You could also, for example, if you're a consultant, and let's just say that you're really good at optimizing processes for people in businesses, workflow processes, so to speak. Well, you could be the workflow processes ninja and create a website and have your product on there where you actually show people how to streamline their processes using your templates, using your systems, plugging in some of the softwares that people can easily access online and that might be free even, and just show people how to use them in the best possible way. Well, that is all it's packaging up your knowledge and experience. If you're like me, a business development guy who loves, going to networking functions and using the phone as a friend to actually reach out to new people and then do business with them, well, guess what? I love training people how to do the same things. All the things that I've done, all the things that I know that work, and also making sure that people don't go to the things that don't work. And that is really what I am really passionate about. So packaging up. I've got my books, I've got my DVDs, I've got my online courses, I've got my memberships, all of these sort of things. I package up my my information, my knowledge, my skill sets, so that I can more easily share it with the world, and at the same time, obviously be paid for it. And that is so good. That creates freedom. It allows you to work from home or from anywhere for all that kind. As long as you've got a phone, a laptop, a camera, you can pretty much do it, right? And that is really great. So first of all, what can I package up? What valuable information, knowledge, skills, and even tools like swipe files, templates, checklists, flow charts, all of these sort of things, what can you make accessible for people so that it would actually benefit them? That is the first thing, packaging up. Number two then is, how can I better promote? Now this is really where the rubber hits the road. I see so many times, people getting creative, they're like creative, which is great, and they create a wonderful product, but then it sits on the shelf and it gathers dust and it doesn't move. It doesn't move from their place to someone else's place. It doesn't move from their mind to somebody else's mind. It doesn't move from their house to another house. And so that is obviously not very helpful. Then, making the product was kind of futile. So the promotion here is really where you think through, how can I make sure that the product that sits on my shelf here can move into more households and more offices and more businesses and more homes, so that it serves the world, because that's really what typical creators are. They are difference makers. They are looking to impact people, help people to get from a problematic situation and come and find a solution and come out on the other side. That is what it's about, right? So if you are that type of difference maker, think it through. How are you going to actually promote this thing? How could you not just direct people from let's say from Facebook straight into an online portal where you're asking them to actually check out, meaning swipe their credit card and buy the thing. That obviously doesn't work. It's called too much of, it's almost like picking up somebody in the bar and asking for them to go home with you right away, even though you just said hello. It doesn't work that way. So there's a process to follow. And people won't just buy because they like your face, the sound of your voice, the fact that the product sounds very promising. They will have to somehow build some sort of relationship with you. There's some sort of familiarity. They want to make sure that you're relatable, that you are personable, that you seem honest, and that you come with integrity. And they want to check your references and your background and other people that might have worked with you. Only then trust will happen. It's the same in real life, face to face, as we go to networking function and business and meetings and have coffee chats and all of that. It works there. Well, guess what? Online, it's the same thing. It takes time to develop a relationship, and therefore your promotion might consist in doing Facebook Lives or YouTube Lives like this one here. It might also consist in you, trading certain tools for free in return for people's email address and name. It might be that you capture people and then you schedule an entire sequence of emails in which you add more value. You educate people along the way. You make sure that they benefit from opening up your emails, checking out your videos, and all of these sort of things. And at the same time, when the time is right, you make them an offer, and only then you make them an offer. So you cannot jump kind of too soon into it. You need to kind of nurture it and grow it. It's like dating. You need to go for a few dates. Well, you need to have a few touch points. You have to have a few shared experiences, a few laughs, a few giggles, a few intimate moments. All of this you kind of need to look at as you're looking to create hot products that people will buy from you 24/7 from anywhere, right? So promotion is really important. A lot of people fall down here because they just put so much sweat, energy, and time into the creation of the product that they actually forgot, once I have the product, how are people going to find it? How are people going to buy into it? How are they going to start liking it? How are they going to, effectively hand over the money for it in order to access it. All of these sort of things are important. Last but not least, who can I partner with is super important as well. That could be part of your promotion, because if you have the right partners on board, to grow your business, if you have the right partners on board, it's so much easier. I'll give you a quick example. Some months ago, I hosted a great event that I love hosting called the National Sales Conference in Adelaide, my home city. And we had people coming in from multiple states and people even from different countries gathering there to learn with the best, well, let's say some great people in the industry on how to grow their business through business development, sales, and digital marketing. And the beauty of it is that I'm not an expert in everything, and I don't even pretend to be, and I even don't want to be. So it's good if I notice somebody that is really good at digital marketing, for example, or for example, emotional intelligence, or working with psychological assessments, and how to help people to really bust through their self-limiting beliefs. If I know people that are really good at that, and that's their niche, well, I've got a vested interest to have these people come and speak to my audience, and vice versa. They might see that what I have on offer is really good for their audiences, and therefore we are partnering up for profit. So who are the partners that you could also partner up with that already have the relationships with the people that might benefit from your product? Who are the partners that you could do a mutual beneficial relationship with, where you present your product to their audiences and where they present your product to their audiences? So that would really be a win-win, even a win-win-win, because with great products, the people that buy it are helped, the people that are your partners get their cuts, fair and square, and you get your share, and everybody's happy, and that is great. So these are just a few ideas on how to create hot products online. Anytime you would have a question about it, please let me know below. Also though, really important, I'm doing a deep dive, because there's only so much I can cover in these 10-minute windows in live streams. So what I'm now doing is a 2-hour deep dive training on how to actually create great products and sell them along with your high-ticket services from anywhere. That webinar is taking live twice. Actually, today in about half an hour, we're starting. Today at 1 p.m. ACST. If that time would be a bit more inconvenient for you, you're also very welcome to join on the 4th of June at 10 a.m. ACST. So either one of them, both are the same, but I would love for you to join in there if you are looking for that deep dive training on how to create amazing products and sell them along with your high-ticket services from anywhere. My name is Bram. I look forward to hearing from you and would be delighted to see you also in the webinar live. It is live, which means I won't, let's say, do this all the time, because obviously it takes a lot of time for me to train you for 2 hours out of my busy schedule. But guess what? I'm doing it now, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Thanks for joining. My name is Bram.